The first half, Leopards trail the Royals 7-6. Ramley will be out of the gun. Two receivers left, one right. Ty Ferguson in the backfield alongside. Snap back, handoff underneath. That's Ty Ferguson. Makes a guy miss at the line of scrimmage. Tripped up just shy of the goal line. Call it the 2. They'll bring up 2nd and goal. Ferguson seems to be running with a little bit of a purpose here tonight.
Here comes Austin Hines. See if he goes to quarterback, and Brody Ramey may go to running back again. He was thrown down, then they were standing over him.
7:30 to play first half. Leopards knocking on the door. 3rd and goal from the 3, we'll call it. Hines in a quarterback. Handoff to Ramming underneath. Makes a guy miss. Reaches for the goal line. And going to be just shy. We'll call it the half-yard line or so.
Play it again, Sam. I'm running the same thing right up the middle.
I think Coach Embry's going to. Welcome back, everybody, here. 4th and goal from about the half-yard line. Hines in at quarterback. Ramming will be lined up at running back this time. Snap back, handoff underneath. That is Ramming. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Leopards.
That's a big man. We try to bring it down when he's going like a train down through the middle there.
Yeah, running straight downhill, no doubt. So Leopards will line up to go for 2 here.
Maybe the same play.
Handoff to Ramming, who's going to be brought down shy of the goal line, but with 7:02 to play in the first half, Leopards on top again, 12.
Rock the block. Immediately following the game tonight. That 3-2.
Welcome back to Burford Field. 7:02 to play here in the first half. Leopards lead 12-7. Unable to get in for the 2-point try was Brody Ramming there. He, however, did score the go-ahead touchdown. So 12-7 ball game here. Ty Ferguson, high end over end, little pooch kick, and that is going to go out of bounds. So the Royals will take over the 35. 1st and 10.
Good idea. Just little misplaced there.
Comes the offense for the Royals. Oh, yeah, as I mentioned earlier when we first came on, last night, number 1 Bixby in Class 6A1, they scored 73. They beat Westmore 73-6. Jinx, number 5 in 6A, beat Southmore 90-9. Number 2 Union beat Edmond Santa Fe 62-21. Snap back. That's a handoff to Jober on the left side. He ain't got much going for him there. He's going to be brought down in the backfield. Loss of about 2 on the play. Looked like Big Brody Ramming first to arrive.
Those scores are just disrespectful.
Well, yeah, seriously, and that's what they were saying on the radio. You know, it's hard for some of those, you know, your sophomores to compete with a bigger school like that. You know, a Jinx or a Union. I apologize. It's just it's tough, and
Those school districts are so wide and just
yeah.
they get everybody. I mean,
So that's Job out of the backfield again. Going to be snuffed out there. Loss of might have got back to the original line of scrimmage. However, it's going to bring up 3rd and long here.
and they're up there by the Arkansas line. They have probably a bunch of move-ins every great once in a while.
This is something that Mark Rogers was saying today on the radio. He mentioned that Bixby has a weightlifting program. It's called the 225 Club. When I believe it's Montgomery is the head coach there at Bixby. When he first got there onto campus, he had 8 guys in that locker room that could power clean 225 pounds. Well, so he come up with this idea to call it the 225 Club. As of last week, he had 110 kids that could power clean 225. Swing pass around the left side, that's number 9, and it's going to be close over there as far as it goes for a first down.
He stepped out a little earlier, about 4 yards short.
So you talk about going from having 8 kids that can power clean, 225 to now, I think he's in his 4th year there. You have 100 plus that are power cleaning 225. That is,
You can push on a defender or offensive lineman and extend anytime.
yeah. It's one thing to bench press and put up big numbers, but if you're power cleaning, and for people that don't necessarily know what we're talking about, you're starting with the weights are on the ground. You walk up to it, you pick it up, basically flip it up to your chest in a squat motion, and 225. You talk about core strength.
Yeah.
You got to have a ton of it to be doing stuff like that. I mean, that was probably stuff you was doing in high school, your sophomore year or something, but not this guy. I was finesse, speed, quick,
Yeah.
I wasn't all about that weightlifting, man.
Real quick. I seen you flying down the stairs and dibble.
Just got to bring it up. Yep. It was slick that night, everybody.
You mentioned it. You said it was slick.
It was. Hey, but I saved the box. Nothing was broken.
Only your ankle.
7th grade, the high school coaches had the summer after my 7th grade year. The high school coaches had me lifted with the high school.
Well,
That was fun.
it's a good thing. That's where all your strength obviously starts is there in the weight room, and you form those relationships with other guys and coaches, and especially in your bigger programs like your 6A schools. Well, here we go, 4th and 5, and the Leopards are going to jump off sides, and that should be enough for a Royals first down.
Just a mental mistake there.
Yep.
That's fine. It happened. Let's regroup. Let's play defense.
So here we go, 1st and 10, ball just shy of midfield. Royals out of the gun. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Comes number 5 across in motion. They're not even going to fake it to him. Quarterback's going to keep it right up the gut, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of maybe 2. A good pursuit there defensively by the Leopards.
Down
Down to 5:25 to play here in the first half. Leopards lead 12-7. We'll call it 2nd and 8. Ball at the Leopard 49-yard line. Out of the gun. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Snap back, hand off to number 9 up the middle, still on his feet.
Bradley was off there.
And
He was hit. He just wasn't wrapped up. Brought down.
going to be good enough for a Royal first down. I believe that was Bradley there on the carry.
Can we just talk about this weather? Because, just a couple days ago, we were freezing. And
Heat?
everybody was.
Are you talking last
It
week
was
up here?
30.
Yeah. It did get a little bit chilly.
And now we're just chilling.
Darden rolling to his right, still on his feet, doesn't have anybody, just has to roll out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. 4:31 to play in the first half.
If I don't have a jacket on, the weather's doing something right.
Yeah, that was funny today. You mentioned, I mentioned it was going to be windy, And you said, and cold. And I thought, pushing 90, surely tonight it won't get that cold that quick. But
I mean, it is a little chilly with this wind up.
It was still 90 degrees when I pulled in at 5:30 at my house.
yeah. I think tomorrow's even supposed to be warmer. So
Hey, I'm betting on 90 on Christmas Day.
Is it?
Next year.
the Royals out of the gun. Snap back, handoff underneath, met immediately by Wyatt April. Good tackle there. Kid plays hard, plays fast.
He shot the gap, and they weren't able to contain him.
Mhm. Well, this first half is absolutely flying by. It is 7:40. We're down to 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Royals out of the gun. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Snap back. 3-step drop, little swing pass underneath to the running back.
Complete to Bradley.
And tripped up initially there by Brody Ramming. And we do have laundry on the field. One would think it would be against the Royals, possibly a block in the back here,
Yes, sir.
as he's discussing with Coach Hembry on what he wants to do.
Back him up.
So it does just that.
Blocking the back. Ball back to the 47.
So that will bring up a 3rd and 15.
About 17.
17, okay. Ball still in Leopard territory. Call it the 47-yard line of the Leopards. 3:40 to play first half. Play clock down to 5. I don't think they're going to get this. Yeah, they're going to take a timeout and talk about it. We'll take one with them. Hughes heat and air break. Don't go anywhere. Long third down coming up. You're watching Leopard football live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. Burford Field, 3rd and 17, we'll call it, for the Royals coming up. Leopards would love to get a stop here and get off the field, get the ball back. Still got 2 or 3 timeouts and would have a ton of time. First things first, got to get the stop here. Royals out of the gun, 3 receivers right, 1 left. Snap back, 3-step drop, looking. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it right up the gut. Might have got back to the original line of scrimmage.
Be 4th and about 10, Jake.
So, yeah, we'll call it 4th and 10. Looks like the Royals are going to keep the offense out here. 3:10 to play first half.
You know, there's still a half a game left. I think I'm punting here and try to pin the Leopards deep.
Right? Yeah, you mess around and don't get this here. You give the Leopards a great starting field position and 2 timeouts.
That's a long time. Almost 3 minutes left.
Out of the gun. Snap back. Gets a big ball and it knocks it down, and that is just exactly what we talked about right there. 2:45 to play in the first half. Leopards still have 2 timeouts here, and they got excellent starting field position at their own 40. You've got to go take advantage of this right here.
Yeah, this got turned into points. You got a 5-point lead. You need to add to that before you go into halftime. You got to kick to them when you come back.
Well, and 2, that I mean that's kind of a gut punch there, for the Royals if you're able to go put points on the board here.
This is a big momentum swing here if they can go punch us in.
So here we go. 1st and 10. Ball at the Leopard 40. Ramming will be out of the gun. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Looks like Austin Hines in the backfield alongside. Snap back. Ramming's going to take a deep shot. Has a man. That is that register? That was register, but I think we're going to get a PI there.
We continue to wait for the Leopards on the play.
Register's kind of motioning, and that is the case. Pass interference against the Royals. So rather than give up the possible touchdown, you'll take the 15-yarder there if you're the Royals.
You know, Jake, that took 5 seconds off the clock and we got 15 yards out of it.
So that'll set them up into Royals territory. Ball now at the Royals 45-yard line. 2:40 to play. Clock stopped. Ramming out of the gun. Snap back. That's a handoff underneath to Austin Hines, and not much doing there. This Hines going to be brought down. We'll call it right at the line of scrimmage.
I like the deep shot there. You know, you get a turnover, you can't try to hit him right in the mouth with it.
Mm-hmm. Actually, they also call that a loss of 1 there. This Hines was brought down a yard deep in the backfield. Ramming will be out of the gun. 2 receivers left, 1 to his right. Hines split in his left pocket. Ramming, 2-step drop, looking. Ill-advised pass, and that's going to be intercepted by number 12. And that one, I don't know if that was deflected at the line of scrimmage or that just come out of his hand kind of funky or what, but that didn't have any chance to get to the intended receiver. That was easy pickings there by the corner. So the Royals able to force a turnover. They have 2 timeouts left. With 1:51 to play in the first half. So let's see what the Royals are going to do here. Start out of the gun. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. We got a fake handoff underneath. Get it over to number 5 on a little wheel route, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of, call it 7.
Turnaround defense, they're going.
Snap, high snap, able to corral it, and going to get a first down out of it. Actually, Ty Ferguson is going to come out of the bottom of the pile with the ball.
But I think the Royals will struggle.
Possession will remain with the Royals.
So it'll be a first down. Ball on the 47-yard line.
Got to appreciate Ferguson's enthusiasm, though. Hey, I got the ball. The Royals will be out of the gun. 2 receivers left to the right. It's a pass to the near side. Going to be completed. It does stay in bounds. Down to 1 minute to play in the first half. Leopards still lead 12-7. Call this 2nd 4 here. Same formation. 2 receivers to either side. Snap back. 3-step drop. Looking. Forced out of the pocket by Wyatt April. He has a man wide open on the far side. He's able to pull it in, and then Seth Padilla forces him out of bounds. That was his last option right there, was that running back just kind of rolling out to his left. Quarterback did a good job of finding him. Move the chains here. 1st and 10, 37 seconds to play first half. Royals on the move. Out of the gun. Little swing pass over to number 9. Good pursuit there by Brody Ramming. Gets that one blown up. And the Royals are going to call a timeout and talk about it with 31 seconds to play here. Leopards lead 12-7. We'll take a quick break with them. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard Football live on the Leopard Sports Network. welcome back, everybody. Burford Field. As Tandra's slacking over here. Didn't know if we was live or not.
You're slacking.
She's too busy watching the Red and Blues leave the facility here.
You're slacking.
Out of the gun, Darden looking. There's going to be a flag on the play. He's going to take a deep shot, has a man, and it's going to be caught, but he's going to be forced out of bounds. But there is laundry on the field. Check that. They might be getting this against CCS, and that is the case. It's going to be a hold against big number 71. Thought they might have got a hands to the face or something like that there, but not the case. So down to 23 seconds to play here, first half. The Royals did have, well, it was down to about the 31. This is going to back them up after the hold.
Place the ball on the 47-yard line.
Yeah, you just can't let anything get behind you. You got to make a good form tackle here.
Royals still have one timeout in their pocket. Snap back. Steps up in the pocket, and he's got it. Guess who? Shane Jones. Now, if you're CCS, do you burn it? No. Yep. As soon as I say something, they call the timeout. I didn't think he was going to take it. We'll keep it here. Don't want to take a chance on missing anything.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. I'm just saying, never know. Computer might freeze up or something, and there we'd be.
30 seconds with them.
It's never the producer's fault.
Nope. It's time.
Well, with 7 seconds to play here in the first half, it's going to be third and a mile. I think if you're Lindsay, you just back everybody up as deep as you can get them. Don't let anything get behind you. Take this 12-7 lead into the locker room, regroup, get ready to come out here in the second half.
Hey, you know how we talked about the balloons being released as CCS was running out?
Mhm.
Well, their cheerleaders gave our cheerleaders orange cookies for Kristen's family because today's his birthday.
Nice gesture there. So here we go. Clock operator having some issues down below here. You got 3 guys back deep. Register, Ramming, and Guerrero.
Got to go 0-0-9-5.
They're going to play it.
Here we go. 10 seconds to play. Royals will be out of the gun. Snap back. Going to be a quick swing pass over to number 8. And he's going to get out of bounds with about 3 seconds to play. So got him a little chunk back there. Maybe make it a little bit easier. See if he can throw something in the end zone right here. Does kind of have a, that wind straight out of the south. I was fixing to say it might be helping him a little bit, but that is straight south. So basically a crosswind here. Snaps back. Looking. Doesn't have anything. Just going to have to roll out of bounds. And that's how the first half is going to come to an end. Leopards lead 12-7. We'll take a quick break, get us a drink. We'll come back. We'll talk about it here after a bit. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard Football live on the Leopard Sports Network.
One.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Here, Burford Field, getting ready to start the second half as the Leopards took a 12-7 lead into the halftime locker room after a 50, what do we call that? 62-yard touchdown reception by Bentley Kessler early in the first quarter. CCS marches right back down, matches it touchdown for touchdown. Their extra point try was good, so they led 12-7, or excuse me, 7-6 there for the longest, and then Brody Ramming able to punch one in from about the half-yard line or so. Leopards take a 12-7 lead into the halftime locker room. I don't know why Tandra keeps shaking her head at me like I've done something wrong, but
Get it together.
she's on me for some reason.
Just
But
kidding.
yeah, I mean, pretty good first half by both squads.
Yep. I thought this would be a pretty good defensive game, and so far that's proven true. Maybe the Leopards can break something loose here on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah. So here we go. Ty Ferguson will be on to kick this one away for the Leopards. Pooch kick is going to end up out of bounds. So we got the Class 3A2 District Coach of the Year for softball, Coach Edwards down there, doing a little visiting. Talk about a ton of awards, man.
I know.
I mean, the Leopardettes wrapped up
7 of the 9 positions, I believe.
seven. Was it 7 of the 9?
Yes, they took it home in district play. And I think Coach Edward is going to nominate our lone senior that has been in the lineup all year for all region. And then we're going to go from there for district, all state.
Handoff underneath. That's number 9 around the left edge. He's going to be tripped up after a gain of about 6 on the play. But yeah, back to softball real quick, man. It seemed like every time I checked Facebook yesterday, something was popping up. All district utility, all district pitcher, all district this. I mean, and then of course Edwards pops up. all district head coach. So
And they deserve it.
absolutely, yeah, that was a heck of a year those Leopardettes had. And then swing pass over here to Job. He's going to make a couple of guys miss and then be brought down.
And let's be honest, when season first started, we did not think this was going to be the position that we were in. Like,
Right.
we struggled to get going.
Yeah, Tandra, once everything started clicking,
Yep.
and they were hard to beat just about any day of the week.
Yeah, absolutely.
You hear it all the time in sports, but they were playing their best ball when they needed to be
You bet.
at the end of
Yep.
Yeah.
going into the postseason.
Handoff around the left edge. That's number 9. And big collision over there between him and Austin Hines. Gain of about 5.
I think I'm having like a little bit of softball with girls. I mean, we covered every single game, so we were gone like 3 out of the 7 or 5 days of the week. So
Yeah, it was jam packed. There was something happening. It seemed like every night. So it's quarterback keeper should be good enough for Royals first down.
And I think all the fast pitch girls are transferring, or not transferring, but transitioning into slow pitch. So, yeah, it's a different type of mentality and pace, but we should have a pretty good shot.
Hey, that was some of the funnest softball. I mean, I prefer fast pitch over slow pitch any day, but when we had the opportunity last spring to call all those slow pitch softball games, and it was a blast. I mean, it was so much fun. I mean, home runs were being hit. There was a lot of good defensive plays. It was a good time to definitely be calling those ball games because we were looking forward to fast pitch. I remember talking about it during slow pitch games. Well, come fall, it's going to be, fall ball or softball fast pitch, and it's going to be a little different pace, and it is obviously, but either way, man, they're a ton of fun to call. Fake handoff underneath has a Job across the middle there, and Job immediately goes down. So no run after catch there.
And now we're transitioning into basketball, and I think we're fixing to have a little fun right there on the court, too.
Yeah. All Lindsay Athletics and all their activities You know, the academic, everything we do, the band,
Yeah.
cheerleading, everything's rocking and rolling right now.
A swing pass over to number 5, over to the far side, and that's going to be at the end, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds just across the 25.
You know, people in the last couple of weeks have said, well, Washington's beat us at everything. We can't even beat them in the state tournament. I just have to reply back, like, you know what? We made it to the semifinal game of the state tournament.
sure.
Like, was we supposed to be there? Absolutely not. Did we hang with Washington for 6 innings? Absolutely. So
Yeah, and Lee said it, half a dozen times during the latter part of the season. Good pursuit there. Ramming unable to pull him down. He's still on his feet, rolling to his right, looking. Throws a unbelievable that he let that thing fly there. By Stubblefield nearly able to undercut it, pick him off.
You know, we got to start making those tackles in the backfield.
Yep.
Too many missed tackles. We got to wrap up and drive them to the ground.
And you seen Brody kind of bounce off of him. He immediately, kind of beat the ground there. He knew immediately he missed a good opportunity to make a big time tackle. The Royals will be out of the gun. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Snap back. That is a handoff underneath. Big number. Oh, excuse me. That's number 25 this time. Hadn't seen him running much this evening.
Game about 4. Going to be 3rd and 6.
So here you go. You got him in the 3rd down situation. Wyatt April checks into the ballgame for the Leopards as Owen Symington trots off. So here we go. 3rd and 6. Ball at the 20. Snap back. A screen underneath, and still going to be short of the 1st down, but you would like to think this is 4 down territory here.
It's 4th and 2, and they're probably going to go for it for sure right here.
Here we go. Let's see if the Leopards can pin their ears back and get them a stop. 4th and 2. 2 receivers each side.
Need to watch the ball. Don't jump off sides here. They tried to draw them and didn't do it.
Yeah, Leopards did fall for that early on. Well, about midway through that 2nd quarter, I believe it was.
Watch for that screen to that slot receiver to the left here.
High snap. Going to be brought down to the backfield. Downs.
What the doctor ordered right there.
Well, and it's amazing what a bad snap can do to your timing on offense. It just throws everything off. And that was just a little bit of a high snap. Running back, quarterback get a little bit, tight, tangled up back there in the backfield. And before you know it, you got a couple of Leopards on top of you. Turnover on downs.
You know, the line and the center in particular, they were down for a long time. They tried to draw the defense offside. They're still down.
Yep.
They finally get the play. And he was just a little hopped up there.
So Leopards will take over. 1st and 10. Got a 12-7 lead with 7:47 to play in the 2nd half. Handoff. That's Ty Ferguson around the right edge. Breaks 1 tackle and ain't going to get away from the rest of them. There was a penalty flag in the backfield. Will be a hold against the Leopards.
It happened right there in front of the referee.
Yeah, that back judge.
Yeah.
He's seen it.
I feel like all the sports here this fall have really flown by. Like softball season flown by, and here is football. We're over halfway.
Shouldn't have been a half a distance to the goal there.
1st down, 23.
1st and 23. Ball at the Leopard 5-yard line.
Yeah, it should have been a half the distance to the goal. Need to move it up about 3 yards or 4.
Yeah, the white hat, he did motion for the official timeout right there, so I think he had caught on to it. You're right. Move it out close to the 9. So a little more breathing room if you're the Leopards. However, you still are backed way up in your own territory here. 2 receivers right, 1 left, ramming out of the gun. Handoff underneath. That's Ty Ferguson. Makes a man miss at the line of scrimmage. Good burst right there. Good hard run by number 2. You'll take that all day from Ty.
Yeah, second and 10 or 11 is manageable. You know,
You bet.
that first and 23, you don't like that kind of stuff. You don't have but 2 or 3 plays on that, you know.
Yep.
And you basically, that deep in your end zone, you hand off to see what you can get back.
Here we go. We'll call it second and 11 from the Leopard 17. Ramming out of the gun. Snaps back. Again, handoff. Ty Ferguson makes a guy miss at the line of scrimmage.
Third and 6, maybe, looks like, Jake.
Yeah, third and 6 from the 22, they'll call it. 6:45 to play in the third quarter. Golly. Get it together. I know. See if they can sneak Kessler out like they did earlier. Out of the gun. Oh, pass deflected. I believe it was intended for Kessler there, but big defensive lineman able to get his paw on it and deflect it. That'll bring up 4th and 6. Leopards are going to punt this one away. Got to try to flip the field here. I believe this is just the first punt of the night.
It is. Both teams have been moving the ball.
Yep. So ramming will be on to. No, they're going to line up. Are they going for this? Well, it looked like they were lined up in a to-go formation there, but I think it was just because they were so tight. I looked up and I'm thinking, golly, they got a receiver split left and right, but not the case. They do punt it away. 6:13 to play in the third quarter. Royals will take over in Leopard territory.
Yeah, the punt was being rushed. He didn't get a good one off.
Yeah.
No harm, no foul.
So Royals take over. 1st and 10, 2 receivers to either side. Out of the gun. Fakes a handoff. He's rolling to his right and going to be drugged down from behind by number 28. That's Shane Jones.
Got just enough of him to get him down. He just barely got him a little bit around the shoulder pad, around the neck area. It was just enough for him to stumble. He was going to pick up 6 or 7 yards, but ended up just being 1 or 2. St. John's been in the backfield quite a bit this season.
Out of the gun, handoff underneath. That's number 9. That's Bradley. Minimal gain there. Brings up 3rd down, however, for the Royals.
Had the linebacker blitz on. They sent Ty on the right side, and they ran it on the left side.
Out of the gun, high snap yet again. That's ramming. Thought ramming might have a shot to get on top of that one there. Not the case, though. Quarterback does the right thing, just falls on it.
Be 4th and about 17.
16, yep.
They're going for it, Jake.
Royals are going to line up and go for it. Ball right at midfield here. Hunter backed up there at the last second, gets off a nice punt, and that's going to go out of bounds at about the 5, maybe 6. Call it the 8. So with 4:24 to play in the third quarter, Leopards lead 12-7. We'll take a quick break. Hughes Heaton Air timeout.
Okay.
Well, welcome back. Burford Field here, ramming in the backfield, running for his life, able to get out of bounds. Might have got a couple on the play there. Sorry for coming in a little bit late there. We was poking fun at somebody. We got one guy that likes to wear a headset, and he's borderline deaf.
Now, if he ever went to the ear doctor, he would be deaf.
Man. Ramming able to get 4 there. Brings up 2nd and 6. Quick step by Padilla. Denver even turned around. Didn't know he was being targeted right there. Ramming had to let that one fly. I think he thought Padilla was going to run a little out route. Not the case. Padilla looked to be in pass block.
Yeah, he was looking Joe right in the eyes when he threw that ball.
So here we go. 3rd and 6. Ball on your own 12. 4:15 to play, 3rd quarter. Ramming will be out of the gun. Get a false start against the Leopards.
2 guys moving at the same time. You can't do that.
Yep.
Ramming out of the gun, standing at his own 1-yard line. As Kessler goes in motion. 3-step drop. They're taking a deep shot intended for registered. He's going to, and I believe the pass interference, not the offensive pass interference. It's going to be, it almost looked like registered basically, kind of blocked him out there. But I think they're going to,
Obviously not.
I think they picked that flag up. So you'll take that as you were backed up deep in your own territory there.
3rd and 10, and you pick up 25 yards.
Ball just slightly underthrown, but you got to credit Register coming back and pulling that thing in. Little fake toss over to the left. That's Remy. He's up across midfield. And finally forced out of bounds by number 22 by Joe.
He made that first guy miss, and I thought he was gone. There's a hole there I could have ran through.
Yep. Hey, Felici. My goodness. Just laughing. I mean, golly. Eric's up here talking about being athletic, being able to cut and make, run through a hole.
I know I'm horizontally challenged, but my goodness.
So we're ramming out of the gun. Handoff underneath. That's Ty Ferguson. Good move right there at the line of scrimmage. Good enough for maybe 3 on the play. Down to 3:40 to play, 3rd quarter. Leopards still lead 12-7.
How heartwarming.
So we'll call it 2nd and 7. 3:20 and counting here. Ramming out of the gun, rolling to his right. And going to be forced out of bounds.
Jake, I'm telling you, we were literally set up right on the line of scrimmage on that last play, and the defense, they had 3 helmets across the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Well, makes you wonder what the side judge is looking at, because that's his job is to look right down the line of scrimmage. So we'll call it 3rd and 5. Ball at the 42. So we got Stubblefield and Kessler to the near side, Padilla to the far side, Ferguson in the backfield. Fake over to Ferguson. That's ramming on the keeper, and he's going to be brought down after a first down. So that'll set up 1st and 10 Leopards.
Hey, we mentioned something about the football team letting go balloons and the cheerleaders doing cookies. The band has orange ribbons on their hats or their shirts, and I just noticed all the cheerleaders have 79 on the back of their shirts over.
But you mentioned that. I was going to say something. I went down to the stand. There was a couple of CCS cheerleaders standing there in front of me, and they have a black shirt. I believe the front says Lindsay, and the back does have 79 on it. So again, nice gesture. Handoff top Ferguson gets away from the couple tackles. Nice spin move there.
And you can't help but be so appreciative of the surrounding towns and even people that don't surround us that came here in the last couple of weeks have showed their support.
Yeah. Got CCS up there at Norman.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're quite a bit away from, an hour from us.
and they're a little bit metropolitan, you know.
People often wonder what
Well,
we got in here.
Yeah.
they do have ramming a little swing pass over to the right side to Kessler. Kessler's still on his feet. You better wrap him up. Yeah, CCS does have a former Lindsay Leopard alumni, Curtis White. So I'm sure
He's got, and I think he has boys on the baseball team. I don't know if they play football or not.
I don't think they play football, but yeah, his boys are one of the pitchers, and then got to call one of their baseball games, and then it was a doubleheader that night.
Yeah.
That was one of the latest ones. That golly, I think we was still playing baseball at 11 o'clock that night.
Yeah,
It was like a random Tuesday night. That was crazy.
Baseball game of cams. The lights were still on.
It was CCS's senior night that night. So they did that in between the first and second game. Ty Ferguson, ball's loose. Well, I sure would have thought his forward progress might have been stopped, but not the case. The CCS is going to jump on it and take over. But yeah, that was a long 2 ball games that night up there in Norman. Curtis, he actually came on with us and did a couple of innings with us, so that was pretty cool to have Curtis on with us talking about his old glory days down here playing ball for the Leopards. And then of course he moved on to play some college ball and ended up playing ball there at Oklahoma and was drafted a handful of times. I believe the Oakland A's, the Texas Rangers, and the Tampa Bay Devil Rays were the 3 teams that drafted Curtis. So yeah, Curtis, he was quite the athlete back in the day. That's Bradley around the left edge, going to be forced out of bounds by number 20. Looked like number 28. We'll call that Shane Jones. Oh, excuse me, Stubblefield, 26 on the tackle.
As a big momentum killer, he's driving the ball, and cough it up.
Yeah, and it wasn't like Ferguson took a big shot or anything. I think he was just trying to, fight for a little extra yardage and took a, shot to the arm or something. Ball popped loose.
Those things kind of happen when you're, on a hustle play like that, trying to do everything you can.
Yeah. Leopards defense, though, has them in a 3rd and we'll call it 4. Rules will be out of the gun. 2 receivers to either side. Little swing pass, and he's going to one-hop that. So there's the stop that you needed.
Fourth and 4 here, I imagine they're going to punt this one. They can't afford to give the ball back to the left.
Absolutely, yeah. You don't want to do it this deep in your own territory. As that punter, he was able to flip the field pretty good. Pinned them inside their own end earlier.
Leopards don't send anyone back. And just like that, they get a first down. Shane Jones is always creeping up. He's always right there at the line.
Uh-huh.
He's further up than any other defensive lineman, and they got him to jump. Let's hope that doesn't come back to bite us.
Yeah, got a D up. Force another 3rd and long. Handoff right up the middle to big number 25.
Middle backer's got to take care of that.
So that should be the final play of the third quarter. Well, maybe not. It looks like CCS can get one more off. It's going to be a direct handoff right up the gut. That'll be enough to move the chains, but that will end the third quarter. Leopards still lead 12-7. We'll take a Hughes Heat and Air timeout. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard football live on the Leopard Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Shelton with Lindsay Family Dentistry. I'd like to thank all the patients we've been able to serve over the years. For those of you who are unhappy with your smile, tired of having dental pain, crooked or missing teeth, or loose-fitting dentures, at Lindsay Family Dentistry, we can care for all your dental needs, including cosmetic dentistry, crown and bridge, root canals, braces, Invisalign, conventional implants for tooth replacement, and mini diameter implants for denture stabilization. Our braces fee starts at $4,500, and for those of you with poor-fitting dentures, we can place 6 mini-diameter implants on the upper for $3,600 and 4 mini-diameter implants on the lower for $2,600. To schedule your consultation, stop by the office at 102 Southwest 7th Street, Lindsay, Oklahoma, or give us a call at 405-756-4093. As a 1997 graduate of Lindsay High School, I'd like to take the time to say go Leopards.
Welcome back, everybody. Burford Field getting ready to start the fourth quarter here. Royals have a 1st and 10. Snaps back.
That's it. Hold it back here in the backfield. This is going to come back.
Goes for the hold.
He tackled him. If you're offensive lineman, you can't tackle. That'll be a penalty every time. And that was really deep, too, when he was blocking. So
Yeah.
That's going to push him way back.
So not the way the Royals wanted to start the fourth quarter. So that will make it 1st
And 31.
and 1st and 31. Wow.
This is first. 29.
29. Missed it by 2. Dang it.
It's 31.
Royals out of the gun. Rolling to his right. He's going to turn it up. Jack Dodd in coverage. Dodd just nearly able to make the play there. I'm with you. I was thinking turn around the entire time, 1-5.
If he touches him, that's a pass interference call. If he's not turned around trying to go for the ball. Excellent coverage though by Jack Dodd.
Yeah, and I think that was just CCS trying to get him a chunk back right there via the penalty. I mean, obviously they wanted the catch, but they would have taken the PI as well.
Are you okay over there?
That's something in my eye. Out of the gun, swing pass over to Bradley, hits him in the face mask and falls incomplete. So that brings up 3rd, and we'll call it Stratford.
3rd and Highway 29.
I don't even know how far Stratford is over there.
Like an hour from here.
So a little further than 30 miles.
Yeah, it's 31. It's 3rd and 31.
So Rules will be out of the gun. 2 receivers to each side. Snaps back, 3-step drop, looking. Rolling to his right, has to throw it underneath to Job, and Job is going to be brought down by Register. So you would like to believe that'll bring up a punt situation here for the Royals.
They're not even going to fake it this time. They're
No.
bringing in the punt team. Send someone back, coach.
Not sure what we're discussing here. Hembry's looking for an explanation.
Subway or Slotsky's?
I'm going to do something. Can you see those shoes? Those are orange and black Jordans. I've got to find a pair of those. I'm going to have to get with Coach Embry on that.
Oh.
That's a good look. Not only for Friday nights with the Leopards, but game days. Snap back, punts on the way, high end over end kick. Going to go out of bounds up the 45-yard line.
Yeah, we have to miss that one a little bit. It hit out of bounds about 2 yards in front of that.
Got a flag. Be interesting to see what this call is here, partner. Speaking of the Pokes, big ball game tomorrow.
Yeah.
You better figure out a way to bounce back after last week's complete collapse. Because if you mess around and let the Longhorns come into town and beat you,
On homecoming.
your Big 12 championships are.
You know, I'm not being facetious or mean when I say this,
You
but
stop it. Stop it now.
Mike Gundy has seemed like every year finds a way to lose a game.
Well, he found a way last week. I promise you.
I mean, we pretty much had the Big 12 championship right in our hands this year,
I think he's probably still do, actually.
depending on how we play tomorrow.
Big ball game in Fort Worth tomorrow, too. You got Kansas State going down to TCU. So
Mhm.
I think
by 10 o'clock tomorrow night, we'll have a real good picture of who the two front horses are for the Big 12 run. So
OSU wins tomorrow 38-31.
I know who's not in the running for a Big 12 championship.
You do?
They just right down the road in Norman.
West Virginia?
West Virginia, that's another one, yeah.
Texas Tech?
No,
Don't try to dodge the
It's
bullet.
amazing. I mean, in all seriousness, I mean, what that OU offense did last week, I mean,
Night and day.
yeah, it was a two totally different offensive squads with Gabriel out there. Unbelievable. I mean, 700 yards of total offense. That's just,
And they're still trying to figure it out. I mean,
Yeah,
they definitely are defensive.
they're definitely do it down here for sure. They're probably going to have a few of them before it gets turned around.
So here we go, 1st and 10, 10:56 to play. Ramming out of the gun. That's handoff. That is Ferguson. He's on the loose, everybody. Good hard run right there.
Love to see it. Running hard again, doing everything, game shifting and moving the chains. Well, he turned the ball over, but guess what? We stopped him. No harm, no foul.
Yeah.
We'll put this game away right here.
Yeah, give it right back to him. Let him go run. And yeah, just a big chunk play there by Ferguson. I wish we was able to keep some kind of stats up here. Ferguson's having a pretty good night on the ground.
He really is.
that's your job.
Thanks, Tanner.
You're welcome.
Handoff again. That's Ty Ferguson. He'll be brought down just about midfield.
Gave him about 4 yards.
Yeah, points right here would be
We said it,
huge.
mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, this is going to be a defensive game. We're in the fourth quarter. It's 12-7.
Yep.
And the defensive seem to be getting stronger on both teams.
So Ramming will be out of the gun. Two receivers to his right, one to his left. Fakes a toss over to Ferguson. That's Ramming. He's going to keep it. He's got the edge to the 40-30. Snap. And did you see the pull away speed?
Yes.
Did you said it? As soon as he got that edge, he wasn't looking back. Nobody was catching Brody.
He got the edge and had 3 lead blockers in front of him that sealed off the edge, and he just had that last cornerback to get by, and he's gone. Good play call.
Ramming will stay on for this 2-point try here. So Ramming's got a 50-plus through the air and a 50-plus on the ground. Second touchdown of the night for the quarterback. Fakes the toss again, right up the gut into the end zone. 2-point try is good. 9:37 to play in the fourth quarter. Leopards lead 20-7. They'll take a Hughes Heat Mirror timeout. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard Football live on the Leopard Sports Network.
That
And welcome back here. Fourth quarter, 9:47 to play. Leopards tack another one on, lead 20-7. That's Ferguson. Little end over end pooch kick. That's going to be fielded by number 5 as he's knocked out of bounds just shy of the 40-yard line. So the Royals will take over.
Ryan Horton knocked him out. You know, you got to feel like you get a defensive stop here, you're going to have a chance to put it away.
Yeah. Feel a heck of a lot better. Leopards defensively, man, they've been sound here tonight. Got to keep it going here. 9:44 to play. Royals will be out of the gun. Snaps back, 3-step drop. Under pressure, he's going to be brought down. Loss of maybe 2 on the play.
Priest Williams and Shane Jones.
Well, it seems like every week, each week we talk about Priest, 2-3 times a game. And it seems like each week he continues to get a little bit better. You like to see improvement throughout the week, and Priest is definitely doing that. So 3 receivers right, 1 left this time. Snaps back, 3-step drop, looking wide. April pushes him into the pocket, and he's going to keep it right up the middle. And might have got a little extra block there by the referee.
He was craning for him.
Yeah. So that'll bring up 3rd, and we'll call it 6 here. Clock still running. 8:45 to play in the ball game. Leopards lead 20-7.
Probably 4 down territory, no matter where they're at on the field now, Jake. Down 2 scores.
Will be out of the gun. 2 receivers to each side. 5 comes across in motion. Good pursuit there. Wide April nearly able to get to him. That is the nice double field. Nice tackle there. Sack on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and a mile. 4th and a mile. Partner, you called it. CCS going to keep the offense out here. They've got to go. We'll call it 4th and 13. Ball at the Royals 37. Out of the gun, 2 receivers to each side. Snaps back, 3-step drop. Rolling to his left. Under pressure. Going to reverse field. Looking. Pitches it underneath. And it's going to be incomplete. So the Leopards are going to get the stop on 4th down with 7:32 to play. They'll take over 1st and 10 with a 20-7 lead. Big stop there defensively.
Go back to that scoring play that Brody Rabin did. He fakes that pitch so well to the left there. He gives a good head fake, and he really sells that pitch.
Yep. And that's enough to get them linebackers to flow that direction. And then Brody just has the speed and elusiveness to take it opposite. You've seen it strike pay dirt for 52. So here we go. Leopards are going to take over 1st and 10. 7:32 to play in the ball game. Holding on to this 20-7 lead here. Points here would put this one away if you're a Leopard fan.
I imagine we're going to try to keep it on the ground and run as much clock as we can here.
Ramming out of the gun. He's going to hand off underneath. That's Todd Ferguson. Makes the guy miss at a couple of yards deep. Able to get back to the line of scrimmage there. Ferguson's still down on his back. Nope, he pops right back up. He's going to have to come out. Kind of holding that left arm. Might have a stinger.
Checking in.
Caden Klingman's going to check into the ball game. And I was going to ask you about this earlier in the week. We've seen Caden in a ton of action this year so far, and it's really honestly, it's been in cleanup time. But I was wondering throughout the week, will we see Caden Klingman a little bit more moving forward just because of how good he's been in those cleanup time situations?
Well, you know, straight down the middle there. That's Caden Freeman. He picks up 5 there. He's earned playing time, Jake.
Absolutely.
He's shown he's taking advantage of the opportunities that had been given to him, and you know he's proven to the coaches he can play it.
Mhm.
He can play the game. He's just a good hard runner. He's shifty. He's fast.
Yep.
He's always falling and running downhill.
That's what I was fixing. So we say it every stinking week how he falls forward. You very rarely do you see Caden Kleeman get stuffed on a play. He's usually falling in the right direction. That'll bring up 3rd, and we'll call it 6 here.
Quarterback counter, maybe.
And the left tackle's gonna
Damn it.
just got caught kind of drifting backwards there, so it's gonna be a false start against the Leopards.
I can see the inside slant to Kessler right here.
Three touchdowns on the night here for the Leopards. Kessler has 1, Ramming has the other 2. Out of the gun. Ramming, looking, slips just a little bit and throws
Broken out.
across the middle. Incomplete, intended for register. I'll bring up 4th and 11. Still 6 minutes to play here. CCS has all 3 timeouts in their back pocket. Leopards are going to punt this one away.
That's the thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
Try to pin them deep as you can. Eat up more of that clock.
Yeah, that's what I was fixing. The clock now is becoming a, enemy for the Royals. Ramming will be back to punt this one away. Royals will have 2 men deep standing about the 8. That's going to be a fake. He's still on his feet. Has a first. Still on his feet. Ladies and gentlemen, Leopards are knocking on the door yet again.
Man, well, I had the pleasure of coaching him all. He's a freshman, and he's always had the speed. In every sport that he plays, he's always the guy, you know.
Yeah. Yep. So the fake punt there ends up getting the Leopards deep in Royals territory. Call it the 5-yard line. 5:40 to play. Leopards lead 20-7. And they're looking for more here. What could be the final dagger. Looks like Wyatt April checks into the ball game.
Yeah, they're going to run Brody Ramming right here up the middle here.
Hines in at quarterback. Brody takes the handoff, makes a couple of guys miss. Still on his feet. I thought initially he was wrapped up in the backfield, partner. That's just good hard running right there, man. Keep your feet churning.
He was wrapped up in the backfield. He kept on going. Good hard run. This win will help us in the standings.
You bet. So Ramming will stay in. Down to 5 on the play clock. Embry might have to burn one here. And he's going to do just that. Took a little bit too long trying to get that play in there, but we'll keep it here. 5:20 to play. Leopards lead 26-7. And also, you talk about, the points.
He can't even finish.
Yeah, that touchdown put us 3 scores up. There's, even if 2 more touchdowns and 2-point conversions, that put them at 25. So we're 3 scores up on them here and try to add another 2 to it.
So here we go. Got the play in now. Ramming will be in a quarterback. It's going to take the direct snap around the right edge, pushing forward and into the end zone for the 2-point try. So with 5:20 to play here in the ball game, Leopards lead 28-7. We'll take a Hughes Heat and Air timeout. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard football live on the Leopard Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Ben Long, an agent with Oklahoma Healthcare Exchange. During this year's annual enrollment, we wanted you to know that you have a local solution for all your Medicare and health insurance needs. Our agents live and work throughout the entire great state of Oklahoma. Whether you're in Lindsay, Ardmore, Lawton, McAllister, or any of the major metropolitan areas. Give us a call to learn more at 855-786-8343. Again, that phone number is 855-786-8343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Welcome back, everybody, here. 5:20 to play in this ball game. Leopards lead 28-7 after the touchdown from Brody Ramming. 2-point try was good. Ty Ferguson on now to kick it away. End over end pooch kick. Going to be fielded at about the 35-yard line. And good pursuit there by the Leopards. Nothing doing on a return. Royals will take over, needing points with very little time to play. 5:14. Frederick all over Crooked Oak, 43-8. That one has gone final. Royals will be out of the gun. 2 receivers to either side. Snaps back. Little swing pass over to Bradley. Bradley on the loose. And gain of maybe 3 on the play.
Leopards need to get ready because they're going to have to do a lot of those out routes and getting out of bounds.
Yep.
Washington put a whooping on Purcell.
Yeah, last I checked out when it was 28-7.
40-7 in the fourth.
Got a ball game down in Davis. Atoka Davis, 21-19. That was in the third quarter. Millwood on top of OCS, 34-6, late third. Royals out of the gun. Quarterback rolling to his left. Has a man. They're going to call that a completion.
Well, you can't help that side judge. He hadn't been able to see all night.
So set up 1st and 10 across midfield for the Royals. Out of the gun, 2 receivers to either side. Snaps back. Under pressure, and he's going to one-hop it. Had the screen they were looking for. Unable to get it to him. That's good pressure. Brings up 2nd 10. 2 receivers to either side. Out of the gun. Snap back. 3-step drop. Again, forced out of the pocket. Runs right into the teeth of it. And they're going to get. Pass was intended to the far side over there, registering coverage, but we do have flag on the play. Looks like they're going to get roughing the passer.
Another mental mistake. We got to start limiting those.
Gives him the first down. At the 31-yard line.
So that'll set up 1st and 10 for the Royals at the Leopard 31. 3 receivers right, 1 left this time. Out of the gun, snaps back, swing pass over to Job on the right side. Job unable to pull it down. Pass will fall incomplete. Job will be heading to.
We need our fan cam because our student section's theme is like old people, and one of them's got a cane.
I would be willing to bet that's Clayton
It is.
Sanders. That kid
He is so funny.
rolls out of the gun, snap back, 3-step drop, takes a deep shot, has a man, touchdown.
I didn't mean to interrupt you earlier.
No, you're good. So Leopards give one up there. 28-13, 4:14 to play in the ball game. Bowers on the kick, snap back, holds down, kick on the way, and it is good. So it's 4:14 to play. Leopards lead 28-14. We'll take a Hughes Heat and Air break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard football live on the Leopard Sports Network. So here we go. 4:14 to play in the ball game. 2-score game now. Royals are on to kick this one away, and we were talking off air just a second ago. Got to be aware of the onside kick here. Priest Williams comes on just a tad late here. Was ready to kick. High end over end pooch kick. And that's going to be fielded by Kessler. Kessler's going to have it. 35. Down just shy of the 40. So I was expecting something on the ground right there, but.
Yeah, and they may be thinking that the Leopards were expecting that too. So maybe that pooch kick, it works if you can hit it right in the right spot and have personnel get there.
Well, and two, a lot of times you see, that usually ensues a lot of panic, but the return team sees a ball hit the ground, it's bouncing around back there, and you're trying to get to it, you accidentally kick it or something like that. Not the case, though. Kessler kicked it right to Kessler. Kessler was able to field it, get a little return out of it. So 1st and 10 Leopards. It's going to be a handoff. Ty Ferguson. Maybe gain of 1, maybe 2 on the play.
CCS going to call a timeout.
Yep. So CCS will burn 1. We'll take a break with them. Hughes Heat and Air timeout. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard football live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back. 4 minutes to play here, 4th quarter. Leopards up 14. Hines, handoff to Ramming up the middle. And CCS is going to burn their 2nd timeout. We'll keep it here. as our programmers over there are fiddling around with their phones, so we'd hate to distract her.
Some baseball business to be taken care of. I had to get it done. Okay. We just recently switched travel teams and all the stuff that goes with it.
You don't have them lined out yet.
No, not yet. Not yet.
I have faith.
Whole new group, all new text, all that good stuff. So yeah, a lot goes into that.
It is. Uniforms, all kinds of stuff. Travel guy's no joke.
Yeah, you said he's practicing. Your boy's practicing in Tuttle, so they playing with the Tuttle team.
No, well, it's called OKC Stealth. So they just won the World Series last year, and they're like one of the best 7U, 8U teams in the state of Oklahoma. And he tried out and made it after our team kind of dismantled, and
Yeah.
that's where we're at now. So he's excited to play.
So Ramey, first and 10 for the Leopards. Big first down right there. Had to have it.
Yeah, they burned 2 of their timeouts, so they just have 1 left. First down kills you. Good hard run by Ramey again.
Down to 3:45 to play in the ball game.
Gonna burn up all the play clock now and
Oh yeah.
seal this one.
So Raming will be out of the gun. Austin Hines split to his right. Snap back, handoff underneath to Hines. He's met immediately in the backfield. Down to 3:05. CCS still hanging on to that lone timeout they have. Raming will be out of the gun. Austin Hines to his right. Bunch formation left. It's Raming on a keeper. Good job staying in bounds right there by Brody.
Yep. We'll burn their last timeout, Jake.
Yep, CCS will use their last one. 2:35 to play. We'll take a quick one with them. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard Football live on the Leopard Sports Network.
One. You are not going to catch one of them, Jake. Did you put your hand out like you always do?
Hand like all the way up here. Gretterman probably caught it. So 2:35 to play here in the ball game. 3rd and 5. CCS is out of timeouts. First down right here will seal it. Raming out of the gun. Handoff to Hines. Ball's on the ground. And did Raming get on top of it? No, he didn't. Turnover. CCS will take over. Things just got a little bit more interesting.
Too many turnovers.
So that's a 3rd of the night, I believe.
3rd or 4th. I think it's the 4th. Had 2 fumbles, 2 interceptions.
Yeah, yep. Raming does have the 2 picks. Ferguson with a fumble, and then Hines with a fumble. So, yeah, 4 turnovers on the night. Leopards still lead by 14 with 2.5 to play. CCS is out of timeouts, though. So that is a plus.
Make sure we tackle them inbounds.
Mm-hmm.
Lindsay, going to take a time out here to get on the same page, maybe?
You'll be right back down here bright and early in the morning, right? Final handful of Saturday morning league games, correct?
Yeah, Little League, we got their last regular season game. All 3 teams win. All 3 teams will make the playoffs. Got 7U, 9U, and 12U.
Who you playing?
Little X.
Huh? You ain't got anything going? Come down here and check out some of the future stars of Friday Night Lights.
And there are some stars, though.
Really? So CCS out of the gun. They got to go quick here. Takes a shot across the middle. Going to be caught. Good tackle there. Keep him in bounds. Ball squirts loose there, but he was down. 2:15 to play. You didn't think I'd be able to work squirts in tonight, did you?
You did it. Nope.
And Coach Henry's going to call his final timeout with 2:07 to play. And like you were saying, partner, just got to keep everything in front of you. Don't let anything get behind you. Be sure to wrap up, tackle inbounds here, and this 2:07 is going to go by pretty quick. Yeah, unless CCS was able to strike quick right here on this next play.
Just play fundamental football right here, and you're going to come out with the W.
Yep. And honestly, the only negative that you can pick on tonight would be the 4 turnovers. You know, a couple of balls kind of fluttered there on ramming that were undercut, picked off. Ferguson, just the extra effort fumbles, what I'm going to call that. I mean, he was just trying to lunge out and get some extra yardage. And
that's a play.
Yeah, ball popped loose on him, and then right there, Austin Hines and Ramming kind of ran into each other. Ball pops loose, and CCS falls on that one. Other than that, I mean, it's been a pretty clean game for the Leopards.
You know, to have 4 turnovers and still be up 2 scores against a, good quality team in their district, you're doing all right.
So Royals will be out of the gun. 2 receivers to either side. Snap back. 3-step drop. Looking for Job and falls incomplete. Threw it behind him.
Off target on that one.
Yep. Job, he'll be spending his falls next year in East Lansing, Michigan, as he is committed to the Michigan State Spartans. So might be able to watch him next year on Saturday mornings. Out of the gun. Quick hitch, and that's going to be caught inbounds. CCS has got to go fast. Down to 1:54 to play. That's good enough for the first down, so the clock will stop long enough to reset the chains.
The chain gang get in gear and move. I've done that. You get caught watching the game.
Out of the gun. That's Job. Ball's loose. Leopards cover. And the Leopards have it by Job. Just basically doing what Ferguson was doing earlier, just trying to fight for a little bit of extra yardage. Ball comes loose. All of a sudden, Leopards are on top, and that's all but going to do it here, partner.
He missed one defender, made a guy miss, and when he turned back, that defender was still there waiting on him. He popped him hard and knocked the ball out.
So Leopards will take over. 1:32 to play. Neither team has timeouts. 1 first down or to all but do this one.
I think they can down it 3 times and call it.
Or, yeah, you could take that route rather than a mishap and, miscommunication, a fumble. So we might just see 3 kneel downs here, and we'll get the heck out of here. And that'll be the case. So the Leopards are going to improve to 6-2, but better yet, 4-1 in district play. Washington wins tonight, so they'll stay on top. Frederick wins tonight. They'll remain in the 2 spot. Lindsay wins. They'll remain in the 3 spot. The only thing that could be shaken up, depending on how everybody else did, would be this CCS team if they fall out of that 4 spot.
Yeah, their record may be good enough they may stay there.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to bring us to next week. It's going to be a very crucial game.
Is it our last regular season game next week?
I got one more. After that, you go to Crooked Oak, last game of the season. So
Where's that at?
Oklahoma City, southeast. I know where the school's at. I'm not sure where the football field's at. School set's right there on southeast 15th.
That's going to do it.
Yep, that will do it. Down to 20 seconds to play here. Leopards are going to win this one by a final of 28-14. Good hard win. You mentioned it early on, partner. It was going to be a defensive battle, and then we come to this fourth quarter and swap a couple of scores out. Leopards able to pull this one off, 28-14, having the 4 turnovers. But that's just you look past that, you get the 2-touchdown victory and increase your improve your record to 4-1 overall in district play and get ready for next week. As you mentioned, going to Frederick, that's going to be one heck of a ball game. Frederick Bombers are no slouch. They're going to be ready to try to remain in that 2 spot next week, because that is essentially Lindsay will remain at 3 after the win. Frederick won tonight, so they're going to be in 2, in the second spot. So next week's going to be a huge ball game out in Frederick.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game, and it's going to be a long ways out there too, Jake.
Well, I'm telling you, it is a haul out there. That's for sure. Get to go to the Bomber Bowl yet again. That's probably one of the more underrated places. And I know it's 2A, and Frederick, they dropped here a few years back, was playing in Class A ball. But yeah, you go out to the Bomber Bowl and get to experience a game out there, man. It's very, very unique. It's literally that football field sets in a bowl. The stands come up around you, and it can get pretty wild if.
Millwood. Have y'all ever been to Millwood?
Oh yeah. You're right. It is very similar to Millwood. So
The Millwood has a chicken or a turkey leg.
Yeah.
Back behind the
And
stands.
you can see CCS paying their respects for Tristan with the team.
Yeah, CCS got a good group of kids over there on that far side, and you've seen it all around tonight. With the cheerleader, the CCS cheerleaders wearing the black shirts. With Lindsay across the front, number 79 across the back. Football team came out onto the field in their little spirit line. They come out, let off some orange balloons, and then you're going to see them right now. They're all going to gang up and probably have a little word of prayer and visit after the prayer here. But yeah, hats off to CCS and their staff, their faculty, their coaching staff, everybody that's involved with those guys. Great group of guys over there on that far side for sure. But again, that is going to do it here for the final home regular season ball game. Hopefully, we'll be back here at Burford Field at some point in the playoffs. You're going to have to finish either first or second. Obviously, first is going to be out of the question. You lost the tiebreaker to Washington just last week, but if you can somehow win next week, you're in that second spot. Then you go to Crooked Oak, got to take care of business there. If Lindsay could finish number 2 in the district, they would host opening round here back at Burford Field. So only time will tell, partner.
Yep. It's going to be exciting.
Yep, looking forward to it, man. So with all that, we're going to go ahead and sign off. Tandra, good job as always. Eric, partner, good job, big guy. Appreciate you. And with all that being said, we'll catch you next week live from the Bomber Bowl in Frederick, Oklahoma. Leopards win this one 28-14. Good night, everybody.